Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kiagus Muhammad Laudi as the moderator of today's debate. Before we starting today's debate, allow me to introduce every participant from the each team. From the affirmative team, we have Raihana Hisan Taqiyyah, Reza Avi Cenna, and Dandi Prananda. From the negative team, we have Ishak Timotius, Muhammad Riyahoh, and Muhammad Farhan. So without any further ado, today's debate is about to arguing legalize same-sex marriage. And so without any further ado, I would like to invite the first speaker from the affirmative team to present the argument. To the first speaker from the affirmative team, please welcome.
Okay, thanks for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for the opportunity. Before I deliver my arguments, let me introduce myself and my teams. My name is Dandi Prananda Firmansyah. I'm here as the first speaker of the affirmative team. Next, Raihana Hisan Taqiyyah as the second speaker, and the third speaker is Reza Avi Cenna. Same-sex marriage is the marriage of a couple of the same sex through a civil or religious ceremony. The term marriage equality refers to the political status of marriage between same-sex couples and couples of different types recognized equally by law. Until 2018, same-sex marriage is legally recognized, both in law and in part, in the following countries: South Africa, the United States, Argentina, Australia, the Netherlands, Belgium, Brazil, the United Kingdom, Denmark, Finland, Ireland, Iceland, Germany, Canada, Colombia, Luxembourg, Malta, Mexico, Norway, France, Portugal, New Zealand, Spain, Sweden, and Uruguay. In addition, Armenia, Estonia, and Israel recognize foreign same-sex marriage in their countries. Same-sex marriage will also soon be recognized in Taiwan, Austria, and Costa Rica. The Inter-American Court of Human Rights has also issued a ruling that is expected to facilitate recognition in several countries in the United States. The submission. Thank you.
Thank you to the first speaker from the affirmative team that have been presented the argument. And now I would like to introduce this first speaker from the negative team. Please welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity. Uh, my name is Ishak Timotius. I'm from negative team and I'm the first speaker from negative team. The reason I disagree with this case is first, this kind of relationship violates nature. Human relation should be between man and woman, whose function is to continue the offspring. LGBT cause humans to no longer have offspring. Eventually, we will experience a generation break. Second, LGBT violates Pancasila, especially the first precept, which regulates belief in one supreme God, which is the basis for life in society, in the nation and state. Third, according to a view, the 1945 Constitution Articles 28 and 29 have stipulated that all citizens are obligated to obey the teachings of their respective religions, including complying with the prohibition on same-sex marriage. Fourth, there have been many health cases that have arisen from LGBT behavior. It is known WHO data states that gay and transgender people have a 20 times greater risk of contracting HIV and AIDS compared to the normal population. That is my argument. Thank you.
Thank you to the first speaker from the negative team. And now we'd like to head up into the second speaker from the affirmative team. Please welcome.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Now, I will, in 2017, Finland same-sex marriage law will implement implementation that is that year same-sex couple in Finland can already get married. The Justice Ministry and Finland's Ministry of Family Affairs and Social Service are working adjustment to 5 to 6 other laws aligned with legalizing same-sex marriage. In the process, Finnish Minister of Family Affairs and Social Service, Juha Rahula, told CNN Indonesia that there are various issues and are welcoming the first same-sex marriage in the country. There are currently those who trying toward homosexual marriage sex law, however. We remind the compliance with the Constitution will be continue to make preparation so that the homosexual marriage law be complemented. Rahula said during the exclusive interview with CNN Indonesia in late August at his office in Helsinki. When asked about this personal opinion on sex marriage, Rahula directly said that are directed law. At the time of the vote parliament, Rahula was among 72 people who opposed the law. However, the younger generation has different those. The majority of them agree with this law. Rahula said, however, Rahula insists his will act personality and will not bring his personal opinion in alleging other laws of implementation of same-sex marriage law. Then, in February 2014, finishing President Sauli Niinisto passed a same-sex marriage law. Now, the working of harmonizing various other laws in the hands and Ministry of Justice and Ministry of Family Affairs and Social Service during in the time Finland and always be ranked at the top in terms of good gender equality. At the 2014 World Economic Forum, for example, Finland came second in the term of good gender equality. The first place is occupied by Iceland. I think enough for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Next, we have the second speaker from the negative side. And so for the second speaker from the negative side, please welcome.
Thank you, moderator. My name is Reza Mujaihidan. I am a second speaker from a negative team. Same-sex marriage, or what we usually heard as LGBT, cannot be legalized. Our country is a state of law with the people who respect customary law and their respective religion. The LGBT community who takes refuge under human rights to legalize their action. But we can see that our society is a very thick with a culture and religion. The LGBT community has violated the existing rules in religion. In the first Pancasila, it reads, believe in the one and only God. If we examine more deeply about this first Pancasila, that in the concept of divinity, there is something called obedience to God. Where God has never legalized LGBT, I strongly disagree with the legality of LGBT because it has violated the values of Pancasila. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have the third speaker from the affirmative team for representing the conclusion. To the third speaker from the affirmative team, please welcome.
Thank you for the opportunity, moderator. My name is Reza Avi Cenna, as the third speaker of the affirmative team. Same-sex marriage must be approved because it is the right for every human being to choose his or her life choice. We live in modern times, not all human beings are equal to their needs, and there needs to be allowed to fulfill same-sex marriage for people who want to do so. LGBT people are also human and have equal rights, and WHO has also said that LGBT is not a deficient and mental illness, but a variant of human sexuality. LGBT is not only from environmental factor and trauma, but can also be due to genetic factor. In modern time, this can be to do uterine discord so that same-sex couple can still give birth to offspring. There are already many countries that legalize same-sex marriage. They think that every human being has equal right in the eyes of the world. I think enough for me, and thank you.
Thank you. The last, we have the third speaker from the negative team that would like to representing the conclusion for all the arguments. To the third speaker from the negative team, please welcome.
Okay, thanks moderator for the chance. Okay, I'm from the third speaker of negative team. My name is Muhammad Farhan Octama. Gay is which of one homosexual behavior, where the behavior I disagree if gay will be legalized in Indonesia because it's against from religious values and Pancasila, especially the point of one. Bertrand Russell stated that it's through children alone that sexual relation become to be taken cognizance of by a legal institution. Gay marriage is contrary to the word of God and is compatible with the beliefs, characteristics, and tradition of many religions. Within Islam, several hadiths condemn gay and lesbian relationship, including the sayings when a man mourns other man, the thrones of God's sex, and sihak or lesbian sex of woman is zina or illegitimate sexual intercourse. Okay, the conclusion is that we from the intergroups still don't agree that gays will be legalized, especially on Indonesia. Thank you.
Okay. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, finally we have come to the end of this debate. And I would like to say thank you to all speakers here, which have been giving their participation to presenting their argument about the same-sex marriage. And I give a big appreciate and applaud for all participants here. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.